England are taking on Costa Rica as we speak in Orlando. The game was delayed by an hour because of a thunderstorm. This is an England side who come into this at their best run of major tournaments of the modern era. Obviously, runner-up in the Euros, lost to France in the quarter-finals, runner-up in the Euros as well, where they lost against Italy in the penalty shootout. What's the expectation? You've just flown in from England, Mark. What's everybody saying?
The expectation is not as high and as over-optimistic as usual. I think that's because there's a sense that this England team is going to struggle in the heat. I think people realise that this tournament is not built for England, but they've got a great set of players.
You dear, spare me already. But anybody got a violin in here?
I know what's going to happen. The first time they're playing against a decent team who can pass the ball, they'll lose.
Right, it's as simple as that.
That's what always happens.
So Croatia?
Well, possibly in the first game, yeah. But it's not going to be hot in Dallas. It's a covered stadium, so they might get away with it.
Right. So we're saying a European team's not going to win over here because of the heat?
Well, Spain keep the ball.
It's a bit warmer in Spain.
Yeah, but no, Spain keep the ball. They pass the ball.
Well, what's Thomas Tuchel been brought in for? The Messiah.
I know, but the thing what he's done is...
I don't know why you keep calling him the Messiah. No one's called Thomas Tuchel the Messiah.
He's filled the squad he's filled the squad with athletes in a tournament where you need to pass the ball. He's left his technical players like Foden and Palmer out of the team. So I don't understand why he's got so many runners.
The FA have gone for another foreign coach of great experience because they think they have the guy that's going to get to the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Have they got the guy then?
I don't like his squad.
Right.
Yeah. His squad was strange. I mean, you know, you talk about heat. What if he has to go and unlikely? What if he has to call in Jordan Henderson?
Absolutely. Dan Burn.
Well, he struggles in the heat, but he's good around the dressing room. He might have to play. But come on, Oggy, the heat. Come on, the heat can't be an excuse.
Well, it is the way that England play. It's too much high energy, high tempo. They don't pass the ball. England never pass the ball well against good teams. I mean, I can't remember the last time they did. I mean, you guys might be able to help me out here, but they play against inferior teams, they win. That's what England always do.
Yep.
I can't remember a major tournament where they've actually beaten a France, an Italy, a Germany, a Spain, a Brazil, Argentina in the knockout stage. I mean, I really can't. You're probably going back to 1966 when they last won it. They don't beat heavyweight nations because when it comes to the crunch, they can't keep the ball. They can't show the patience that is required to break an opponent down. It happens every time.
They're third favourites.
Yeah, what you were saying there, I feel like it's wrong. And obviously someone will fact check.
I'm sure they beat Germany at some stage.
Yeah, they beat Germany in the Euros in 21. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the thing.
I'm talking about World Cup. Sorry, I'm talking World Cup. World Cup's what it. Come on, the Euros.
No one in the Gabmar caught you superior.
We just talk about World Cups, don't we? We don't bother about Euros and stuff like that.
So will this be a success or a failure?
So the squad itself, I think there's probably like 4 or 5 players that will get no football whatsoever.
So John Stones and Konza as centre-halves, is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, that's what played against Costa Rica today.
Mark Guay will play.
Who will play?
Mark
Guay.
Yeah, Gay, yeah.
Stones. Gay with Stones?
Gay and Stones, I think.
And listen, I think John Stones is a terrific footballer.
But he never plays.
But he's at that stage of his career where he's been fighting injuries and he hasn't played. An absolutely brilliant football brain, great passer, but all that sort of stuff. But he hasn't played.
He's also picked Bukayo Saka and now admitted that he's got an Achilles problem that's troubling him.
And is Jude Bellingham playing in this game because Morgan Rogers is going to start?
I think that team is the starting team, apart from with a question mark over Madueke and...
Right, and Gay obviously coming in for...
What are you saying? So you don't think Morgan Rogers...
I don't think Rogers starts now.
No.
Really?
No, I think if Saka's fit, he'll play instead of Madueke.
And all this sort of tit-for-tat with Bellingham and blah, 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 and yet...
Yeah, I mean, I think they're different players. I think Rogers is more dynamic, more attack-minded than Bellingham. Bellingham's a different player than Rogers, and I think he'll go for...
Yeah, Bellingham's more of a natural midfielder.
Against Croatia, I think that...
But he's such a strong runner with the ball, Morgan Rogers. He's such a strong... When you get it into his feet, he gets turned, he brushes people off, and he drives at that back line.
You know, Bellingham gives you more defensively, especially against a Croatia.
Is he frightened to drop Bellingham
no, I don't
for a World Cup?
I think he'd love to.
Because
I think he'd like to. I think he relishes the controversy, Tuchel.
Why would he like to drop Bellingham and then put him in the team? No, I think he's maybe worried about the backlash in terms of...
No, I think he's not.
If he drops Bellingham for Morgan Rogers as this tournament goes on, I don't know if he's going to play in match day 1. We've talked about this. I think Bellingham, in terms of being in the hotel and the squad, would not take that well.
No,
and that would be... maybe I'm wrong. I think that would be a potential problem within the camp.
Yeah, I don't think Tuchel's scared of that. In many ways, it's almost like he enjoys the confrontation. He's seen it throughout his career at clubs with hierarchy, with players. I think he enjoys that tension. I don't think it'd worry him to drop him, but I don't think he will in this occasion. I think.
But that's the last thing you want within a small environment for a 4 or 5 week period.
That's the risk
you can't
of Tuchel.
have that.
That is the risk of Thomas Tuchel because, as we've seen, he's not frightened to upset people.